Sisters and brothers in the Episcopal Diocese of Northern Indiana, grace and peace be with you in the Christ whose coming we await. I'm Doug Sparks, as you probably all know by now, if you've had a chance to look at the Walkabout booklet. It is a privilege and a grace to be considered a nominee for the office of bishop in the Diocese of Northern Indiana. And it's especially wonderful to gather with you this first Advent evening after Thanksgiving and all the other kinds of hurriedness of our lives here in our worship space at St. Luke's in Rochester, Minnesota. I want to share just a bit with you about what we here at St. Luke's sort of engaged ourselves in this first Sunday in Advent. Several years ago, we adopted a program called the Advent Conspiracy. I was asked to write an article for the Post Bulletin here, our local paper, and I happened upon the Advent Conspiracy, and they are 8 simple words, 4 phrases, that give focus to our time together here in worship and in our life as a faith community during the Advent season. And they are: worship fully, spend less, give more, and love all. Worship fully, spend less, give more, and love all. What's most exciting, I think, for us here this Advent is, as many of you know, the Episcopal Migration Ministries, in collaboration with the United Thank Offering, are inviting churches throughout the Episcopal Church during the Advent season to make a contribution in support of Episcopal Migration Ministries. And so our faith community is setting aside resources and gifts to be directed to Episcopal Migration Ministries and to hopefully be part of the matching grant of $30,000. So that's something that we are engaging in faithfully here as members of the Episcopal Church, and to join our brothers and sisters throughout the church regarding this important issue. I also want to share a bit about the excitement that we look forward to as I shared the news of being a nominee for election in Northern Indiana. I wrote in my letter that Advent is a time of waiting, and I know that all of you have been waiting for this process to unfold. I want to thank the work of the search committee and now the work of the transition committee in their care for attending to this process, and all the people who have been involved in that. As I said in my letter, Advent's a time of waiting, and you'll be waiting to meet us, I think, in person, and then waiting as the process unfolds with the Walkabout weekend and then the election process. I want you to know as well that I wait with an enormous amount of hope, in joyful hope, to encounter each of you, to encounter the Christ that's present in each of you as we can continue this process together. So I want to end with a prayer that comes from a book entitled Celebrating at Home. Dana introduced our family to this book a number of years ago, and it's a resource that we've used at home in our family prayer. And I share prayers throughout the season on my Facebook and in my blogs. This is a prayer entitled an Advent Prayer. God of hope and promise, as we enter this Advent season, we ask that your calming presence be with us. Too often, the promotions of our commercialized culture and family expectations make us feel overextended and anxious. Help us to focus on the journey ahead toward Bethlehem. Help us to find quiet moments in which to contemplate the purpose of this time of waiting. May your presence be felt in all of our preparations and planning. Give us ears to hear the alleluias of the angels. Shepherd us toward the manger, and guide us like the wise sages of old to find the Christ child. In the name of the one we await to be born in us. Amen. Blessings to you.